So class, today we are going to talk about evolutionary process models. These models produce an increasingly more complete version of the software with each iteration. So these are iterative and they are characterized in a manner that enables the development team to develop increasingly more complete versions of the software. So we are going to discuss two models under this category. One is prototype and another is spiral model. So let's start with prototype model. So we will understand the meaning of word prototype. The meaning is, dictionary meaning is a first or preliminary version of a device from which other forms are developed. Okay, so what happens here is in some situation when customer defines a set of general objectives for software, but they may not be clear about detailed requirements for some functions and features. In some cases it might happen that development team itself is not sure of the efficiency of some algorithm, the adaptability of some operating system, or the form that human machine interaction should take place. In all these kinds of situations, we are going to develop a prototype. The customer is going to see it. Customer as well as development team is going to get idea of, okay, this is how it will look like. So let's proceed. So we will understand it. So prototyping is defined as the process of developing a working replication of a product or system. So in case of software, what will be the working replica is? So I can develop a GUI of this is how it will look like, and then customer may suggest me that okay, this is how the menu should look like. Okay, this feature is not there, so let's add that feature. This is how we are going to work. So it offers a copy or replica of end product and it is used for obtaining customer feedback. It is one of the most popularly used software development life cycle model. So here how it starts, that we will understand with the help of diagram. So it begins with communication with the customer. So after communicating, if we understand that requirements are not that clear, we are going to develop a quick plan according to what we have understood. A quick design document is prepared. From that, a prototype is constructed. Now this prototype is given to customer for getting the feedback. Now after getting the feedback, we are going to again start with the cycle again so as to get more and more details about it. Okay. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? So here customer satisfaction and comfort is achieved as customers are getting to see the partial product early in the life cycle. If you remember, we had talked about this issue. In waterfall model, customer was not getting to see what will be the end product till the very end stage of the software development. So they do not have idea of how it will look like, but here they are getting it very early. The next advantage is new requirements can be added because with each cycle we can go on adding the requirements. Missing functionalities can be figured out because the thing is there in front of us. Okay, so it is possible for me to identify, okay, out of these options this option is not there, okay, so this one is the missing thing, so that we can add. Errors can be detected much earlier because it is there in front of me. Evaluation is done by the customer as well as development team. So errors can be detected earlier in the development phases. Now what are the disadvantages? So after seeing an early prototype, the customers sometimes demand the actual product to be delivered soon. So customers are in the illusion that if the prototype can be developed faster, why not the actual product? And that can make the development team in trouble. So the second is often implementation compromises are made in order to get a prototype working quickly. So what happens is, because I wanted to show something to my customer, it might happen that we may compromise with some technique, and in the hurry we just give it by compromising the technology. So because of that, quality is getting hampered. So what we should remember is, as prototype can become effective paradigm for developing software, the rule of discarding the prototype should be set by all stakeholders in the beginning itself. So we should say that because prototype is not the actual working thing, so customer should also know it, development team should also know it, and they should discard it and start working on the actual thing once the prototype is finalized. So there are two advice which are mentioned in our book. So when your customer has a legitimate need but is clueless about the details, develop a prototype as a first step. I hope you agree with it. Resist pressure to extend a rough prototype into a production product. So here this is what we just now have seen, that both the teams should agree on not giving the prototype as the product itself. What happens because of that? Quality almost always suffers as a result because of this. So team, get ready to learn the next model, that is spiral model. Thank you.